Man, I can't stand selfish people. I like to think of myself. I can't help it. I'm selfish. I'm a really nice person. I can't help it. I just like giving. Sometimes I just feel like snowflakes are falling all over. What's up, YouTube? I'm back. Today is part 2 of what grinds my gears. And now today what I want to talk about is selfish versus somebody who's selfless. Now there is a big difference between selfless acts and selfish acts. But at the same time, it's not very black and white with that being said. What you gotta remember is that certain things can seem selfish even though they really were meant to be selfish. A great example of this is when you say, "Oh, I'm a nice person, I give to charity." The question is, do you give charity? Do you give to charity because you want to, and it's a goodness out of your heart, or do you do it so you can say, "I'm a good person"? At the end of the day, it's really and truly a double-edged sword when it comes down to saying you're a selfless person. Me, myself personally, I like to think that I'm selfish. I'm not gonna lie to you. I am at times. I can be incredibly selfless and give things to people and be nice and honestly try my hardest to be respectful and genuine with a person. But at the same time, I can't help but thinking of myself when it comes to other situations. All the time, living with a family and living and having with multiple siblings, you really and truly there's some times where one of us feels like left out, while the other one feels like the other one gets more than the other. Being a middle child, I tend to feel that a lot more because the middle child is sort of not the youngest but not the oldest, and they don't really need as much attention as the youngest, and they need a little bit more attention than the oldest. But with that being said, they may not get it all the time. The fact of the matter, when it comes down to selfish people, is everybody thinks of themselves at times. It's part of human nature. You can't help it. Some people are nicer than others and they go out of their way and they help people. Other people, they really and truly only think of themselves. It's easier to only think of yourself because you get personal gain while other people don't. But at the end of the day, to be a team player, to be a good person, morally speaking, we have to do nice things for people. Society tells us that good people are people that give back to charity. They go to countries with poverty and they help out and they build houses and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, what is your motives for doing that? And that's why I say that everybody is selfish, but everybody is selfless. It's not black and white. You're not one thing and not the other. At the end of the day, you really and truly can't tell me that there haven't been times in your life where you only thought of yourself and screw over everybody else. It's the way people are. It's human nature. You naturally want to have your own advantages when it comes to your life and it comes to happiness. But the difference between somebody who is willing to be nice and willing to be caring versus somebody who's not is the person who's not won't admit that they're selfish, even though they really are and they know they are, versus somebody who is, they will admit it. The fact of the matter is that it's very selfish to say you're selfless. If you think about it for a second, saying that you're selfless is easy. All you need to do is keep believing that, and you'll fully and full on never think you're selfish again. You can trick yourself into doing that kind of shit. But at the end of the day, you're fucking selfish. I am. Everybody is at times. The fact of the matter is, do you choose to be selfish because you normally are nice, or do you choose to be selfish because you want to be able to say, "Oh, I've never done anything wrong"? People do what they want. That's why it's so easy for me to take my own technical. Man, I'm so popular. Look at me. Fuck that person. I hate people who won't admit that they're selfish. If I say you're selfish, you're selfish. I'm selfish. I know it. I can be a selfish person. I can be selfish. At the same time, I'm not perfect. Open open person that's always putting somebody else on top. I can't help but put on myself. I'm self. Okay, all jokes aside, all seriousness for a second. Just remember, man, if you really and truly want to save yourself, I am not. If you really and truly want to say, I'm a good person, the best and easiest way to do that is to just be a bad person. You know, go out of your way and help out people, nice, but at the same time, do stuff for yourself too. It's okay to want to do something. It's okay to want to own the yourself. But at the end of the day, if you're doing it to spite somebody else, then you really know you're something too. Not everyone in the world, including myself, can do something all the time. You can't help but do it. At the end of the day, you're human. It's human nature to want to do stuff. A lot of people think that they have some divine purpose on them. Like they're meant to be, the savior of the world, the savior of the world. But the fact matters, my brother, my sister, my mom, whoever, you can change the world just by the fact that you're part of it. Don't tell people, but also think of themselves. When you're a parent, you can't help but being that to your kid and making them happy. But at the same time, are you doing that because you want to be a good parent, or are you doing that because you want to do it? You're doing it out of doing it to your heart. You don't have to celebrate your birthday when it's your birthday and to have a big birthday party. Some people do. It's selfish to want to have a birthday party, but also at the same time, it's normal. That's why for us, we don't think things through when it comes to stuff like this. Not everything is black and white. Just remember that. That's the most important thing. Not everything is one spectrum, and not everything is the other spectrum. The world doesn't work that way. It can never work that way. Just remember, love yourself and treat everybody the way you want to be treated. You might have heard that before, but it's really and truly something to live by. It's really truly something to rep and something to be proud of. At the end of the day, love yourself, YouTube. And make sure, if you want to see more of these videos, you like my video. And you comment in my video. And you tell me you want to see more of these, what guys might be in this video. Because I'll keep putting them out. At the end of the day, there's a lot of things that piss people off, that piss me off. Stuff that pisses you off, put it down in the comments. Email me. Figure out a way to contact me. Figure out a way to make sure you get your vision across. Because if you want me to do a video on something specific, I will. But at the end of the day, remember that everything is not one part of the spectrum and the other part of the spectrum. It's really and truly all gray when it comes down to it.
Hey, no.